Good evening. This is Brady Femling coming to you from W.E. Osmond Fieldhouse in Valley City, North Dakota, where we have our non-conference matchup tonight between the University of Minnesota Morris Cougars and your Valley City State University Vikings. This is the University of Minnesota Morris's first game of the season, Valley City's third over the weekend. The Vikings defeated Providence on Saturday by a score of 89-32, and on Sunday by a score of 91-34. So over the weekend, the Vikings they outscored Providence 180-66. And just some numbers from over the weekend: VCSU the women shot from the field 45%. They also averaged 65 rebounds per game. Leading the charge in the Vikings' rebounding efforts was Rosie Anderson, who averaged 6.5, Madison Spacey, who averaged 6, and Madison Wilhelmi, who averaged 6 as well. Leading the Viking offense, Allie Negan, who averaged 15.5 points per game over the weekend. Ashlyn Deemer and Mir Dumas also contributed, averaging 11 points per game themselves. Last year, these two teams matched up for the first game of the season, and VCSU took down the University of Minnesota Morris 81-74. And so we should have another good one here tonight, as we got 12 minutes left before game time. Both teams just in their regular game warm-up, and the Vikings are trying to improve to 3-0. So we'll be back in about 12, probably 10 minutes with a little more pregame, and then we'll get right into the action. Good evening. We are coming to you live with your non-conference matchup between the University of Minnesota Morris Cougars and your Valley City State University Vikings. This is Brady Femling on the call tonight. And a little pregame. The Vikings are coming off a big weekend after 2 home victories against the University of Providence. They defeated them on Saturday 89-32 and Sunday 91-34. They outscored their opponents over the weekend 180-66. VCSU shot 45% from the field and averaged 65 rebounds per game, led by Rosie Anderson, who averaged 6.5 rebounds a game. Madison Spacier and Madison Wilhelmi also added 6 themselves. Allie Negan was your leader in points over the weekend with 15.5 per game. And Ashlyn Deemer and Meredith Dumas added 11 points per game. Last year, the Vikings were able to down the Cougars 81-74, and that was, I believe, the season opener for the Vikings. That one was also here in Valley City. Taryn DeTurley led that one with 19 points, 13 rebounds, and 2 assists. Emma Nielsen added 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And Adriana Torres added 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. Looking forward to tonight, the starters for the University of Minnesota Morris Cougars will be number 5 at a forward position, Ella Van Kempen. At a guard, Haley Wolfschlager, number 12. Number 21, playing forward tonight for the Cougars, will be Mallory Anderson. At the other forward will be number 25, Jay Quate. And at a guard for the Cougars tonight will be number 31, Jaden Sundrall. The University of Minnesota Morris Cougars are coached by Tim Grove, who's in his 17th season, and Lulu Seeley. Your Viking starters tonight will be number 10, Allie Critchley. She'll be starting at a guard. At another guard will be number 12, Ashlyn Deemert. At a forward will be number 13, Meredith Dumas. At another guard will be number 20, Adriana Torres. And at the other guard, a senior, number 23, Emma Nielsen. Valley City is coached by Vanessa Johnson, who's in her 6th season, and Taylor Hennesgaard, who's in her 3rd season. And so, there was your national anthem. And now with the starters being announced for the Cougars, again, we'll run through them. Will be number 5, the senior forward, Ella Van Kempen. Number 12, the senior guard, Haley Wolfschlager. Number 21, the junior forward, Mallory Anderson. Number 25, the senior forward, Jay Quate. And the senior guard, number 31, Jaden Sundrall. And for your Valley City State Vikings, starting at a guard will be the senior, number 10, Allie Critchley. At the other guard will be a sophomore, number 12, Ashlyn Deemer. At a forward tonight will be a senior, number 13, Meredith Dumas. At another guard will be the senior, number 20, Adriana Torres. And at the last guard will be number 23, a senior, Emma Nielsen. So that rounds out your starters. Again, Valley City State University is coached by Vanessa Johnson. She's in her 6th season. Assistant coach for the Vikings is Taylor Henniesgaard. She's in her 3rd. And we are just about getting ready to start basketball. Valley City will be in their home white jerseys. The University of Minnesota Morris will be in their road maroon jerseys. And we are just about ready for tip-off. So I've got, again, this is a doubleheader tonight for basketball, but they will be back in action again this weekend as VCSU basketball travels to Sanford Pentagon for the NAIA Classic. Live stats will be available for all games, and live video will be available on pay-per-view. And here we are ready for basketball. I see 10 minutes up on the clock. The starters for the Vikings and Cougars are now on the floor, and we are getting set. So the University of Minnesota Morris starting off their season on the road. Here's a tip, and it will go to the Cougars. Bringing the ball up the court is number 12. Passes over to Van Kempen. She's driving in the paint, now to the fires from mid-range, and it's rebounded by Allie Critchley. She pushes the ball up the floor, now slows it back down, brings it to the center, dribbles into the lane, kicks out to Torres. Torres for 3. It is good. Wolschlager will bring the ball up for the Cougars, guarded by Critchley, and the ball will go off of her foot, and the Vikings will take over on offense now. Torres will inbound to Critchley. Critchley to Torres. Torres looking to Deemert. Deemert drives in, passes to Dieterle, and that shot is blocked, and now we will have a jump ball. And this will go to the Vikings. So they will have an out-of-bounds play from the baseline. Critchley will inbound. Critchley passes to Torres. Torres looking to drive. Pass was tipped by Quate, and it will go off of a Viking, so it will be Cougar ball now. Quate will inbound to Wolschlager, who will bring the ball up. She's guarded by Critchley in a press. Critchley making her turn here. Quate sets a screen up top. Now passes over to Anderson, and Anderson's layup attempt is good. So now Critchley bringing the ball up. She's the starting point guard for your Valley City Vikings. She passes over to Torres, and Torres now looking to drive. Kicks it back out, Critchley. Back to Torres, but that one I believe was tipped by Quate, and this will stay in Viking basketball. Critchley to inbound again. Looking to find somebody open, finds Torres. Torres in the paint, kicks out to Dumas. Dumas picks up her dribble, passes to Torres. Torres' shot is blocked again, and this time Quate comes back with the rebound, and she will bring the ball up. Now guarded by Critchley. Passes ahead. Underneath the hoop was Anderson. Her shot no good. Rebounded by Dumas. Critchley kicks ahead to Deemer. Deemer going to go to the hoop, and the layup no good. Rebounded by Van Kempen. Now Wolschlager will push the ball up the floor. Kicks over to Sundrall. Sundrall's going to drive. Passes to Quate. Quate's mid-range jumper no good. And this one out of bounds, and it will be Cougar basketball. So 3-2 after about 2.5 minutes played here in Valley City. And a lot of defense so far in this one. Sundrall will inbound, and she's going to get it to the corner to Wolschlager. Wolschlager looking to bring it up to the top of the key, guarded by Critchley. Gets it down into the paint to Van Kempen. Back to Wolschlager. Wolschlager drives, kicks, and I believe that went off the hand of Emma Nielsen. It did, so it will stay Cougar ball, but there's only 7 seconds left on the shot clock. And so the Cougars are going to have to get this one off fast with the inbound. Inbounding for the Cougars will be Sundrall. She kicks, gets the ball back. Now she's going to drive, going to put up a layup, and they're going to call a foul here. And that will be on Emma Nielsen. I believe it will be an end one foul. So one free throw attempt here from Jaden Sundrall, trying to convert the end one for Morris. And Sundrall's free throw is good. So Morris now leads 5-3. Critchley brings the ball up for the Vikings. Guarded still by Wolschlager. She passes to Diemert. Diemert driving, perfect pass to Dumas, and Dumas puts in the left-handed layup, and this one is all knotted up at 5. Now bringing the ball up for the Cougars is Mallory Anderson, looking to drive, kicks it out, finds Sundrall. Sundrall crosses over, looking to find, I believe that was Anderson in the paint, and now the ball is loose, and it will be a jump ball. Van Kempen and Critchley were fighting for that one, and I believe this one will go in favor of the Cougars. Checking in for the Cougars now, number 1, Grace Olson, and number 10, Reese Wasink. So Sundrall inbounds. And now Olson with the three-pointer, no good, rolls around the rim, rebounded by Critchley. She brings the ball up for the Vikings. Drives to about mid-range, kicks Torres. Torres going to drive now, and that one is stripped by Wolschlager. Wolschlager gets her steal back, passes ahead to Sundrall, and Sundrall just dribbled that one out of bounds. So now a new group checking in for the Vikings. It will be Katie Johnson, Haley Roberts, and who else checked in? So now with the ball is Diemert. Diemert dribbling around into the corner. Now back to the top of the key. Critchley. She's going to lob one to Deturley. And this one is going to go off of Roberts. So it will be Cougar ball. Now coming in for the Cougars will be number 3, Tariq Brownotter. And she will get the inbound pass, guarded by Critchley. Critchley on the full court press, making her turn. That's what you want to do if you're the point guard, and that one dribbled that one out of bounds, and it will be Valley City ball. So Critchley doing a good job with the full court press. I believe that's the 3rd turnover that she's forced against the Cougars tonight. And so now back on offense, she will bring the ball up. Passes to Johnson to Diemert. Diemert's three-point attempt is blocked by Van Kempen. And now Olsen will bring the ball up for the Cougars. She passes ahead to Brownotter. Brownotter now trying to run the offense. Passes over to Olsen. Olsen back to the top of the key to Wasink. Back to Van Kempen. This one to the corner. Sundrall 3 was no good. Haley Roberts going to throw it ahead, and this one is going to go out of bounds. And the Cougars will gain possession. So now Allie Critchley checks out of the game. Now in for the Vikings is Madison Wilhelmi. And for the Cougars checking back in is Jay Quate. So Brownotter will bring the ball up, guarded by Madison Wilhelmi. And there will be a foul on the floor here against Madison Wilhelmi. And that one, I believe they're going to call a push. So now Olsen inbounds to Brownotter. Back to Olsen, who kicks it to Quate. Quate from deep, short. Rebounded by Katie Johnson, who will bring the ball up as she pushes the ball up the floor. Passes to Haley Roberts. Roberts now looking to drive. Double teamed. Finding Katie Johnson. Out to Deemert. Deemert driving baseline. And she's going to be fouled. No, I believe they're going to say that she stepped out of bounds, and this is going to be Cougar basketball. So now Adriana Torres checks in for Deemert. Your 5 on the floor for the Vikings will be Wilhelmi, Roberts, Torres, Johnson, and DeTurley. And now Wilhelmi on the full court press on Brown Otter. Brown Otter looking, finds Olsen. No, this is going to be a jump ball. And this one's going to go back to the Vikings. So very good hustle by Valley City to get the ball back here. So Torres will inbound to Wilhelmi. She'll bring the ball up for the Vikings, guarded by Brown Otter. Passes to Torres, looking into the paint, now swings it over to Roberts. Roberts looking to drive now. Finds Wilhelmi, over to Johnson. Johnson looking, back to Roberts. Roberts' three-point attempt will be no good. And this one will be rebounded by Alice Wilkinson. And there will be a foul on the floor now by number 24, Katie Johnson. So the Vikings now with 3 personal fouls, Cougars with 0. That is Katie Johnson's first foul. And with 4:22 left in the first, this game is tied up at 5. Brown Otter now looking for get the offense going. Olsen's three-point attempt is no good. Hit the back of the rim, and this one's going to go out of bounds, and the Vikings will take over on offense. And now Brown Otter looking like she's going to press a little bit. Now backs off a little bit. Wilhelmi will bring the ball up for the Vikings. Now picks her up at half court. Torres with the ball, driving over to Roberts, and there's going to be a foul called against the Cougars. That one on number 25, Jay Quate. That is her first foul of the game. So that one will be on the floor. Now Johnson inbounds Wilhelmi. Drives, and this one's blocked by Quate. But I believe this is going to stay in possession for the Vikings. Wilhelmi will inbound. Motion, tried finding DeTurley, got through the gap in the defense, so Roberts' mid-range shot is good. So the Vikings now lead 7-5 after a Haley Roberts mid-range jump shot went right through, and now Wilhelmi tipped this one. And she's going to throw this one in, and that went off a Cougar, and it is now Viking basketball after a great hustle play by Madison Wilhelmi. So the Vikings really looking fresh tonight as they continue to hustle, playing the full court press and forcing the Cougars into turnovers. And Quate's going to tip this one out of bounds. Maybe now the Vikings are going to pick a new inbounds play. Wilhelmi will inbound again. This time she's going to throw it over to DeTurley. And her shot is no good. Gets her own rebound, though. Hook shot, and it's a foul. And an end one opportunity for Taryn DeTurley, trying to give the Vikings a 5-point lead. Checking back in for the Cougars, I see number 5, Elevane Kempen. On the floor, I see Alice Wilkinson. Mallory Anderson still in. Tariq Brown Otter. And DeTurley's end one attempt is good. So that pushes the Vikings lead to 5. Brown Otter will bring the ball up now, guarded by Wilhelmi. And it dribbles kind of into a double team, and Wilhelmi tipped that one away. So now drives onto Torres. Shot is no good, and I believe we're going to have another jump ball. We will. And this one will be in favor of the Cougars. So now Critchley checks in for Wilhelmi. And I really like how they're rotating between Critchley and Wilhelmi, as you know, both girls are full court pressing. And I bet you it tires them out. So this one is tipped away. Critchley will bring the ball up. And she finds Katie Johnson out on the wing. Katie's going to drive, and this one is tipped away, and it will stay Viking basketball as that one went off of Van Kempen. And now Wolschwager and Sundral check back in for the Cougars. So the Cougars have their starting lineup back out on the floor. Critchley will inbound this one for the Vikings. She finds Torres. Torres now out on the wing. Swings it over to the opposite wing. Finds Roberts. Roberts driving baseline. And her pass, no good. And this one is going to be somehow corralled by Katie Johnson. Now Torres going to drive. That one no good. Rebounded by Van Kempen. And Van Kempen looking to bring this one up now. Passes over to Sundral. Sundral is guarded by Haley Roberts. And Roberts now. Van Kempen, this one goes in the paint. Great play by Adriana Torres. She tipped that one out of the post hands. That was number 15, Shelby Mortensen on the turnover. This one over to Torres. Torres, three-pointer is good. And now the Vikings lead 13-5 with 2:18 left in the first quarter. So Wolschwager will bring the ball up there. And Van Kempen sets a screen now. Dribbling back out to the wing. Van Kempen looking to find some space. Passes over to Anderson. Back to Wolschwager. Now Van Kempen. Pass out to the wing. Anderson's going to drive. Guarded by Katie Johnson on the baseline. This one's tipped. And I believe that one's knocked out of bounds by Haley Roberts. But good job on defense there for the Vikings as they made it tough for the Cougars to find a passing lane there as they were driving baseline. So now Sundral will inbound for the Cougars. She finds Wolschwager. Wolschwager driving, and she is fouled by Critchley on that one. But her shot no good, so she will have 2 attempts from the free throw line. So with 1:51 left in the first period here, the Vikings lead 13-5. And now Dumas will check in for Deterley. Deemer came back in for, oh, who am I missing? I believe Dumas. And now Critchley will bring it up after both free throw attempts were good. And a little miscommunication on that one as Roberts cut and Deemer thought she was staying put. So now Wolschwager will bring the ball up for the Cougars. Critchley goes for the steal there, spins out of it. Wolschwager gonna pass. This one is on the ground. It's anybody's ball, and it will be Viking basketball. And we got a 30-second timeout from Coach Vanessa Johnson. So now the Vikings lead 13-7. Leading your Vikings in points so far on the court. Oh, where am I? Is Adriana Torres. She has 6 of the Vikings' 13. She is 2 for 2 from the three-point range. And the Vikings are shooting 35% here so far in this first quarter. So after the quick 30-second break, Deemer will inbound to Critchley. So Critchley will bring the ball up for the Vikings. Guarded by Wolschwager, passes to Roberts. Roberts on the wing. She's looking to drive, guarded by Sundral, and she's going to be fouled, but this one's going to be against number 21, Mallory Anderson. So Haley Roberts will get 2 attempts from the charity stripe. And Emma Nielsen will check in now for the Vikings. She checks in for Katie Johnson. Roberts' first free throw attempt is in, pushing the Vikings lead down to 14-7. So Roberts looks to go 2 for 2 from the line. Vikings were shooting 71% coming into this one from the free throw line. Roberts' second attempt is no good. And now Sundral will bring the ball up for the Cougars. She's guarded by Deemer at the top of the key. And this one, great play by Dumas. And it will be a jump ball. And it will be Viking basketball. Now Deemert with the ball. She's up at the top of the key. This one's going to be tipped out of bounds by Anderson, but it will stay Viking basketball. Checking in for the Cougars now is number 10, Reese Wasink. She checks in for number 15, Shelby Mortensen. Nielsen inbounds the ball to Critchley, who passes over to the wing. Deemert now looking to drive. She passes all the way across. Now Dumas has a great shot fake, and she finishes at the rim with the left-handed layup. So Meredith Dumas with a great pump fake there, able to dribble by the defender and finish with the left-handed layup. And now Critchley guarding Wolshager again with the full court press. Passes over, now Van Kempen looking to drive. She hands this one off. Great pass. Sundral just unable to finish. And that will be Dumas on the rebound. Emma Nielsen passes over Haley Roberts, and this one's going to come back down and go off of Roberts, so it will be Cougar basketball with 19.4 seconds left in the first quarter here. Van Kempen will inbound to Wolshager. Critchley back to the full court press. Now shot clock is off. And Critchley going for the steal there. She lobs it up top to number 10, Reese Wasink, and Wasink's layup is good. So with 2 seconds now, Haley Roberts' deep three attempt is up, and it is off the front of the rim. But after one quarter, your Valley City State University Vikings lead the University of Minnesota Morris Cougars 16-9. This little reminder, Viking volleyball is actually in action right now, and we will give you some in-game updates as we get them over here. But they are also at home this Friday for the regular season finale. Come on out and cheer on the Vikings against Presentation College Friday at 6 p.m. in Gratian Gymnasium. It will also be Senior Day this weekend in Valley City for Viking football. So this Saturday, it will be the last home game and Senior Day. Tailgating begins at 11 a.m. and kickoff against the Presentation College is at 1 p.m. at Locken Stadium. VCSU Athletics would like to thank the Century Club for its continued support and financial contributions that go directly to our student athletes. To join, talk to a Century Club member or call 845-7161. So just some numbers for you after one quarter of play here. Your leader in points for the Vikings was Adriana Torres with 6. Allie, where am I at? So the Vikings with a pretty good first quarter, coming into the second with a 7-point lead. Pass inbounded to Wolshager, guarded by Critchley. She finds Van Kempen up at the high post, passes over to Wolshager. Wolshager's three-point attempt is no good. Rebound by Katie Johnson. She finds Critchley. Critchley pushes the ball up the court to Dumas. Dumas' mid-range attempt is good, and the Vikings now lead by 9 after a great shot from Meredith Dumas. So she now has 4 for the Vikings. She's having a great night offensively and defensively. Pass over to Wasink. Now to Wolshager, finds Van Kempen. Van Kempen in the post, and this will be a foul called. And I think this one is on Katie Johnson. It will be. And I believe that's her second foul tonight. But that one is on the floor, so the Cougars will inbound here. Sundral under the hoop. She's going to pass it right off the back of Deterley. And she goes and gets it back. Sundral now passes over up at the top of the key. Wolshager looking to drive, pass to Van Kempen. Back out to Wasink. Wasink's three-point attempt is no good. And Meredith Dumas is going to rebound that one but get called for a travel as she just picked up her pivot foot there. But a great hustle rebound there from Dumas. Now Wilhelmi will check in for the Vikings. She comes in for Critchley. But the Cougars still got the ball. Sundral will inbound from the baseline. She finds Van Kempen. Van Kempen in the post. Hook shot. No good. Rebounded by Deterley. And she kicks it out to Wilhelmi, who will bring the ball up for the Vikings, slowing the offense down a little bit. Now to Nielsen. She swings it over to DeTurley. DeTurley shot no good. Rebounded by Wilhelmi. DeTurley's pass to Dumas is good and one. And the Vikings have a chance to convert again as they now take a 11-point lead over the Cougars. So Meredith Dumas now has 6 points, trying to make it 7 as she's got an attempt from the charity stripe. And that one is good. So now Brown Otter will bring the ball up for the Cougars. She's guarded by Wilhelmi. And then kicks it over, finds Anderson. Great double team, help there by DeTurley. And that one is tipped. And now Emma Nielsen somehow ends up with the ball there. And she finds her point guard Wilhelmi. Back to the top of the key. Dumas going to go down low into DeTurley. Her layup is good. And the Vikings now lead 23-9. Brown Otter bringing the ball up for Morris. Up at the top of the key now, looking to try and find somebody. She picks up her dribble. Finds Anderson, who passes Van Kempen. Van Kempen looking to drive out to Brown Otter in the corner. Now back to the post. Now Wasink, her shot is blocked, but they're going to get Dumas with a foul here. And Wasink is going to get 2 attempts from the free throw line. Allie Negan now checking in for Dumas. She now leads the Vikings with 9 points as she checks out here with 7:50 left in the second quarter. And Wasink's first attempt is no good as it hits off the back of the rim. And her second now is good. So she goes 1 for 2 from the line. DeTurley inbounds to Wilhelmi. Now setting up the offense. She dribbles out to a wing, and there's nobody there. Emma Nielsen able to corral this one, though. She finds Katie Johnson at the wing. Now up at the top of the key is Nielsen. And she finds DeTurley. Her shot no good. Great rebound by Madison Wilhelmi. And she's back to Nielsen at the top of the key. She swings it over to Johnson. Johnson's three-point attempt no good. And Wilhelmi again going after that one, as she almost had another rebound after just hustling after the basketball there. So now Mortensen will inbound for the Cougars. She finds Brown Otter. Brown Otter brings the ball up. Back to Mortensen. Over to Sundrall. Great move by Sundrall. Deep three, and that one is good. A nice little jab step, able to get a little bit of space from the defender, and it must have been just enough to get that one to go in. So now the Vikings lead is cut to 10 as they lead 23-13. Katie Johnson up at the top of the key, over to the wing to DeTurley. DeTurley's three is good, and she answers right back with a three of her own, and they're going to get Madison Wilhelmi with a blocking foul there. And a new group coming on for the Vikings. Deemer, Roberts, and Critchley check in. That was Wilhelmi's second foul. Into the paint there. She finds Mortensen. Mortensen grabs her own rebound, and she is fouled on this one. And she will get a chance for an end one play. That foul was on number 3, Haley Roberts, her first personal. And Mortensen trying to convert the end one attempt here. And this one off the back of the rim, but Quate's going to get the rebound. And they're going to call a foul on the floor on Allie Negan. So the Cougars are now in bonus. So I believe this will be a 1-and-1 for Quate. My mistake, that was a shooting foul. Quate missed the first one. Her second one is up and good. So that cuts the Vikings lead back down to 10. They lead 26-16 here. Roberts out on the wing with it. passes to Negan inside. Roberts gonna pass out to Negan, finds Critchley. Over to Diemert. Diemert's three, no good. Off the front of the rim there, and Sundrall picks up her dribble there, able to dribble out of that one. This one kicked out to Quate, and this one's gonna go out of bounds off of the Vikings. So the Cougars able to retain possession here with 6:04 left in this first half. We've had some pretty good basketball played. So now checking in for Morris will be number 11. That is Wilkinson. Brown Otter's floater is good, cutting the lead to now 8. Critchley brings the ball up, picks up her dribble. Out to Dieterle, way up at the top of the key. Diemert finds Roberts. Now trying to set up the offense. She dribbles back a little bit. Negan up top looking for a screen. Roberts going to go the other way. Dieterle's three is good from the corner, as the Vikings now lead 29-18. So a great corner three there by Taryn Dieterle. And Allie Negan going to steal this one. She passes ahead. Diemert. Critchley's layup no good. Quate on the rebound. Quate pushing this one ahead. Finds Mortensen. Back to Quate, and that one is good. Great play there by the Cougars, as Quate dished it out, then got it right back and able to convert on the layup. So now Critchley will bring the ball up. Picks up her dribble, looking, finds Roberts. Roberts going to drive baseline here. Underneath the hoop. Great pass to Allie Negan. Great find, as Allie Negan's layup attempt is good. And the Vikings put their lead back to 11. Now Brown Otter going to drive here. Her underhand layup attempt no good. Rebound by Diemert. She's going to dribble away from Brown Otter. Brings the ball up now. She's going to drive. Her layup is good as she goes right around Mortensen. And Mortensen, I believe she is the tallest player on Morris's team, as she is listed at 6 foot. No, I'm wrong. They do have a girl who is 6'3", but very good finish there. Now Brown Otter out on the wing. She finds Quate. Quate's mid-range attempt no good as it hits off the back of the rim. Critchley going to get the rebound here. She's going to push the ball up for the Vikings. Quate tips this one back to Critchley, though. She's able to get the rebound, and she's unable to find, it looked like, Dieterle. And Brown Otter comes up with the steal there. She passes ahead to Grace Olson. Grace Olson going to try and drive. Nope, backs back out. She's up at the top of the key. Into the paint. There's Mortensen, and they're going to call a blocking foul against Allie Negan. I believe that's her second. So a new group, Adriana Torres, Meredith Dumas, Katie Johnson all check in for the Vikings, as they lead 33-20 with 3:27 left in this first half from W.E. Osmond Fieldhouse. And Mortensen's first attempt from the line is good. Her second on the way. And that is good. Van Kempen will come back in for Mortensen. Wolfshager checked in. Critchley will bring the ball up for the Vikings. Picks up her dribble. Now looking for Torres. Swings it over to Roberts. Roberts on the wing. Back to the top of the key to Torres. Torres now dribbles in. Mid-range jumper is no good as it hits off the front of the rim. Rebounded by number 11, Alice Wilkinson. She's going to try and go coast to coast here, but her layup is no good. And this one goes off a lot of hands, but Quate eventually going to pick it up, and she's going to convert on the layup attempt. And that cuts the Vikings lead now to single digits again, as they lead 33-24. Torres kicks over to Dumas. Dumas mid-range attempt no good, but Torres going to grab the rebound. And Dumas unable to corral that one as it was rolling out of bounds, and the Cougars will take back over with possession. Mallory Anderson will check in, as well as number 10, Reese Wassink. So now Roberts guarding Wolschlager. Wolschlager looking to get the offense going here for the Cougars. She passes it over to Anderson. Back up top to Van Kempen. Van Kempen now picks up her dribble, looking. She's going to find Wilkinson, and Wilkinson is fouled there. Haley Roberts called on the foul there. That is her second personal. And Wilkinson's first attempt from the line is good. Wilkinson's second attempt off the back of the rim, rebounded by Dumas. She finds Roberts, who will bring the ball up for the Vikings. She passes over to Torres. Torres now back to Roberts. Roberts' three-point attempt, short. And this one will be rebounded by Wassink. Now Wolschlager pushing the ball up the court, looking to get a little fast break offense going. Down low, and Wassink's layup is good. So now the Cougars cut this one to 33-27. Roberts goes behind the back, looking to drive, floater in the lane, and she is fouled, so she'll get 2 attempts from the line with 1:40 remaining in the first half here. And a good move up at the top of the key, able to drive in there and shoot the floater. And now Sundrall will check in here for the Cougars, coming in for Alice Wilkinson. And Roberts on the day, I believe she's 1 for 2, yes. And her first one there is good. She now has 4 points on the day. Roberts' second attempt from the line is good, as she is now 3 for 4 on the night. So Van Kempen now going to inbound to Wolschlager. Roberts on the full court press as she guards Wolschlager. Now to the corner, Sundrall going to drive, and her layup is good. As they answer right back to Roberts' free throw attempts. So now Roberts looking to drive in. That one is stolen. Van Kempen will bring it up, slow it down, pass it to Anderson. Anderson dribbles through some defenders, but that one is no good. Good defense there by the Vikings. And now Torres will bring the ball up for Valley City. And now with under a minute here, both teams looking. Valley City, great jab step there by Katie Johnson, but her three-point attempt no good. Rebound by number 22 for the Vikings, Madison Spacier. And now Katie Johnson up top, swings over to Spacier, to Torres. Torres now looking to drive, and a great running layup there. And she is able to go from one side of the hoop to the other and finish on a great left-handed layup. And now the Cougars slow it down. Wolschlager pulls it back up to about the logo as they're looking for one shot. Pass over to Mallory Anderson. Now to Van Kempen. Van Kempen's going to drive here, and her layup is good, so the Vikings will have about 10 seconds to work with. And Torres stepped on the line, so the Cougars are going to get another chance here to cut their deficit from 6 to possibly less. Sundrall under the hoop, 2 inbound. So the Cougars with 8.8 will inbound. And she doesn't have much. She fires to the corner, finds Anderson. Anderson, no good. Rebound Dumas. Out to Emma Nielsen. She's got 3 seconds. Critchley. And I don't think that one would have been good if it went in. Might have got it off a little bit too late. But regardless, the Vikings carry a 6-point lead into the half as they lead 37-31. We are going to take a short break, and we'll be back with a little first half recap and get you ready for second half of basketball from W.E. Osmond Fieldhouse.
Hey college students, are you looking for a part-time job that works around your schedule, pays well, and gives you free money for college every year? McDonald's offers all of it. We can work around your schedule, and we give $2,500 scholarships to everyone who works for 3 months and averages 15 hours per week. That's 2 full shifts a week or 3 shifts of 5 hours. It's that easy. We've already given out more than $75,000 to students in North Dakota this year. Let us help you become the next scholarship recipient. Come join our team. Text ND29 to 38000 to apply today.
You live life on the move. While you determine what direction that may be, we're here to help along the way. So go. Go with values. Go with friends. Go with support. Go with convenience.
Welcome back to W.E. Osmond Fieldhouse. This is Brady Femling on the call tonight as we are through one half of play here in this non-conference matchup between the University of Minnesota Morris Cougars and the Valley City State University Vikings. The Vikings lead this one 37-31. And it's been a pretty good night of basketball for both teams. Pretty tightly contested as the Cougars made a late push to end the second quarter. Your leaders tonight in scoring for the Vikings. Taryn Dieterle has 11 points and 3 rebounds for the Vikings. Meredith Dumas has 9 points and 6 rebounds. And Adriana Torres has 8 points and 3 rebounds. The Vikings are shooting 41% from the field tonight. They have 24 rebounds out rebounding the Cougars, 24-17. And a big stat for the Vikings, their bench points are coming off the bench. They have 18. Your leaders for the Cougars, Sundahl has 8 points and 1 rebound. Wasink has 5 points and 1 rebound, and Kwate has 5 points and 4 rebounds. The Cougars are shooting 36% from the field, and they have 12 points coming from their bench tonight. So a good second half of basketball on the way, I presume. Both teams, from what I've seen tonight, I've really liked the Vikings' full court press that they bring between Critchley, Wilhelmi. We saw Roberts do it a little bit, but just constantly putting that pressure on the defense and making it tough to even get the ball up the court. We saw, I believe, Critchley forced 3 or 4 turnovers in the first half just by pressuring. A lot of the time it was Wolschlager, but a few times we saw Brownotter as well. But a great first half offensively and defensively by the Vikings. And they're looking to start the season off hot, I guess, as they look to improve to 3-0 here. And so about 30 seconds left on the clock here. I believe possession goes to the Vikings. I couldn't remember who got the last jump ball. There were a flurry of them in the first half. A very fast-moving first half. And the Vikings on top in this one again, 37-31. And before I forget, with a student-faculty ratio of just 13-1, students at Valley City State get personal attention from professors who believe in your potential. Explore one of our hands-on programs such as wildlife and fishery science at vcsu.edu. And at Valley City State University, we have majors specific to you. Choose from more than 65 academic programs designed to teach you the skills needed to be successful in your career. Learn more at vcsu.edu. And so with that being said, the second half of basketball underway here. Torres inbounds to Critchley, back to Torres now. Critchley's three-point attempt is off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Kwate. Kwate pushing this one up the floor. And her layup is no good, but she's going to get 2 shots from the charity stripe as they call a blocking foul against Critchley. And that one probably could have went either way. I'd probably side with the official there, as it could have been a charge if Critchley was set earlier. Kwate's first attempt off the back of the rim. And so far tonight, the Cougars as a team are shooting 8 of 12, so 66% from the free throw line. Kwate's attempt now, her second one no good, so she goes 0 for 2 from the line. Rebound by Deemer. She passes up to Critchley. And Wolschlager, this one goes off her hands and out of bounds, so the Vikings will retain possession here. Deemer will inbound. And now it looks like the Cougars are in a zone here. Kwate will be up top. And Dumas going to find Nielsen. Nielsen out to Torres. Torres, no good. And rebounded by Sundrall. Sundrall bringing the ball up for the Cougars. Vikings are in man-to-man defense. And Torres fights through the screen there. Pass over to Wolschlager. Down low to Quate. Quate looking to drive here. She goes baseline. Kicks it out to Sundrall. Sundrall stays inbounds. Passes over to Wolschlager to the wing. And this one's stolen by Diemert. And Diemert's going to find Critchley here. And so it looks like a 1-1-3 zone for the Cougars. That one rebounded by Van Kempen. Kicks it out to Wolschlager. Wolschlager over to Mallory Anderson. Deep three from Sundrall. And that one is no good. So the Vikings will get the ball back here. 8:34. The score has not changed from halftime. 37-31. So now Critchley brings the ball up for the Vikings. She picks up her dribble. Now she's going to go to Torres, back to Critchley. So a little bit of a different look as the Cougars go from a man-to-man defense to now it looks to be 1-1-3 zone defense. And Nielsen inbounds to Critchley. From my personal experience, I really like playing number 25, Jay Quate is playing. You just kind of get to run all over and try and steal the basketball. That was my favorite to play in the zone. And there, Diemert's shot no good, but she might know. This one rebounded by Sundrall, and Sundrall will bring the ball up for the Cougars. And Diemert, full court press here. This one, she's going to pass it forward, and there's going to be a foul called, I believe, on Emma Nielsen, and there will be 2 shots by Mallory Anderson coming from the free throw line. That foul on Emma Nielsen, her second foul tonight. And Anderson's first free throw, no good. So now the Cougars shooting 8 of 15. Her second from the line is good. Torres inbounds to Critchley. Critchley bringing the ball up now. Quate picks her up at the top. Finds Torres. Over to Diemert. The pass to the high post is tipped. And a little bit of a collision. Now Diemert's mid-range jumper goes in, though. And so the Vikings push their lead now 39-32. Wolschlager with the ball, guarded by Critchley. Critchley again on the full court press. Over to Quate. Quate to the wing. Now down low. Wolschlager trying to finish. Trying to find Mallory Anderson. And no good on the shot attempt. Rebound by Critchley. She'll bring the ball up for the Vikings now. Over to Nielsen. Nielsen's three-point attempt is up, no good. And rebound by Mallory Anderson. She's going to kick it ahead. Wolschlager down low to Sundrall. Sundrall's layup attempt no good, though. And we're going to have a foul. So it looks like Madison Wilhelmy will check in for the Vikings, as well as Tariq Brownotter and Taryn DeTurley. Sundrall will inbound for the Cougars now. Looking, she's going to go out to the wing. Pass goes a little long, corralled by Anderson. Over to Brownotter. Quate drives, floater, short, rebound Torres. Now Wilhelmy will bring the ball up for the Vikings. Into the corner, Diemert going to go baseline, kicks out top. Torres wide open for three. It's good. So Torres has shot the lights out from three tonight, as she's now 3 for 4 and has 11 points for the Vikings. Brownotter picks up her dribble, face guarded by Wilhelmy. She kicks over to Sundrall, and she's going to find a cutting Quate. And Quate will pick up the blocking foul, and she's going to get 2 shots from the free throw line. A great cut there and great pass to Finder, just unable to convert on the layup. Katie Johnson will now check in for the Vikings. For the Cougars, Alice Wilkinson and Grace Olson also check in. Quate's first attempt from the line here is good. The Cougars are now shooting 10 of 17 from the free throw line, as the Vikings only shooting 5 of 6. So a pretty good percentage, just not a lot of attempts so far. And her second attempt is good, so the Cougars now trail the Vikings 34-42. Torres inbounds to Wilhelmy. She brings the ball up, picks up her dribble over to Torres, into the high post. Dieterle looking, she's gonna go almost underneath and finish it. Great rebound from her knee, but her pass was gonna be stolen by Wilkinson. She finds Brown-Otter, now ahead to Olson. Olson out on the wing. She's gonna go to Wassink. Back to Brown-Otter now. Great pass into the paint, and they're gonna get a foul here, and that is going to be a shooting foul, and 2 shots coming now. Katie Johnson getting called with the foul there. Her 3rd personal. And Olson's first attempt from the line is no good. But she converts on the second one, making it 42-35. Vikings lead the Cougars. Haley Roberts will bring the ball up. She passes over to Katie Johnson. Katie Johnson from the corner, no good. Rebound by Van Kempen. She passes over to Brown-Otter. Now she's setting up the offense, finds Grace Olson. Back to Van Kempen. Up at the top of the key. Wilkinson now looking, finds Olson. And Emma Nielsen comes up with the steal, and she's got a fast break attempt. Her layup is up and good, and she converts the fast break layup there to give the Vikings a 9-point lead. Tariq Brown-Otter will bring the ball up, and they're going to call a push on her, as Roberts able to draw the foul there on defense. Now Torres inbounding to Roberts. Up at the top of the zone now is Van Kempen. She's going to poke this one away. Roberts able to go find it. So a little bit of a switch here is, that you wouldn't see in a 1-1-3 zone. Now your taller players are up top and your shorter ones are down in the paint. So really trying to get those steals up top and just hope the Vikings are unable to get the ball down low. But that one went off a Viking, so it will be a Cougar ball. Sundraw will inbound to Wolfschlager. And Roberts will pick her up right away, looking to full court press here. And she's going to pass back over to Sundraw. Sundraw to Anderson. Sundraw's 3-point attempt is up, and it is off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, still going after it. Anderson gets it, ball on the floor. Roberts, jump ball. And that jump ball will go to the Cougars, so now we'll see a sideline out of bounds play here from Morris. And it will go to Wolfschlager. Grace Olson with a great pass to Mallory Anderson, who converts on the layup. And now 44-37. 4:10 left in the 3rd quarter. Roberts able to get over to Torres. Now to the wing. Katie Johnson looking. Opposite wing to Nielsen. Nielsen looking to drive. This one's tipped, and that goes out of bounds. So the Vikings will stay on offense. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Katie Johnson will inbound, passes over to Roberts. Roberts from the wing, skips opposite wing. Emma Nielsen for 3, no good. Dieterle with the rebound though, and she's going to go inside. That shot no good. Rebounded by Grace Olson. Olson will bring it up for the Cougars. Now setting the offense up, picks up her dribble. She's going to fire it ahead. Sundraw Sundrell's layup no good though, rebounded by Dieterle. Finds Roberts out on the outlet pass. This one gonna go perfect. Pass to Katie Johnson. Katie Johnson for three, no good off the front of the rim. This one though will be rebounded by Roberts. And we are gonna have a timeout from Coach Vanessa Johnson. This will be a full 60-second timeout. Just a reminder, VCSU basketball will travel this weekend to Sioux Falls, to the Sanford Pentagon this weekend for the NAIA Classic. Live stats will be available for all games, and live video will be available on pay-per-view. The Viking volleyball team is in action right now, and I will get you a score update here shortly. But they are also back in action this Friday in the regular season finale. Come on out and cheer on the Vikings against Presentation College on Friday at 6 p.m. from Gratian Gymnasium. And 6 minutes ago, Valley City State Volleyball takes the first set over Mayville State, 25-23. So they lead that one 1-0 now. And they're looking to finish off the regular season here this week and then get right into tournament play. And that tournament will be played in Watertown, South Dakota. So 3:21 here left in the third quarter. Valley City State University leads the University of Minnesota Morris Cougars 44-37. Inbound pass to Roberts. And it looks like the Cougars switch back to man-to-man. This one goes down low to Dieterle. She kicks it out. Diemert for three. It's good. And Diemert knocks down a big three to make it a double-digit lead for the Vikings. Wolfschlager up the top of the key, guarded by Roberts, finds Quate. Over to Anderson. It's going to go back to the top. Now Quate looking to drive. Defense by Torres, but this one's going to go in. And it's back to an 8-point lead. Roberts will bring the basketball up now. She's looking to drive, kicks it. No, they are back to the zone defense. And Dieterle's floater is good. Back to double digits now. Quate brings the ball up for the Cougars. Swings over to Sundrell, back on the wing now to Wolfschlager, top of the key, Sundrell. She looks to drive, and her floater is no good. Rebound by Dieterle. She kicks it over to Roberts. Roberts will bring the ball up. She makes her way through the defenders and unable to convert on the layup, but Torres able to get the rebound, gets her own rebound, and no good there. Wolfschlager now guarded by Diemert. And this one's, she kicked it out, tipped. Quate's mid-range is good. So 1:40 left in the third quarter here. Critchley comes in front of me looking to check in now for the Vikings. Roberts over to Torres. Wide open in the corner is Nielsen. That attempt no good. Rebound by Dieterle. Her attempt no good, and this foul will be called on number 12. That is Haley Wolfschlager. No, sorry, that was against the Vikings. That was against Diemert. So now Mallory Anderson will get to shoot attempts here as the Cougars are in bonus. So far tonight, 12 of 20. Now 12 of. So shooting 60% from the line is Morris. That one is up and good. So 125 here. Torres will inbound to Critchley, and Quate is going to pick her up right away. She kicks it back over to Torres. And this one's going to go off the foot of Quate. Critchley tracks it down, brings it down. Quate with the steal. She's got a fast break layup attempt, and it is up and good. So now it is now 49-45 as the Cougars are clawing their way back into this one. Here late halfway through the second half. Torres with the ball. She's going to go corner to Emma Nielsen. Double team comes to the corner. Deemer with the mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound by Wolschwager. And Wolschwager's going to bring this one up. Picked up by Critchley right away. Finds Van Kempen. And now Quate guarded by Torres. Torres kicks it out to the wing with Sundrall. Sundrall looking to drive on Deemer. And this one's going to go off Quate. This is going to be Viking basketball. So now Critchley brings the ball up. Morris still in their 1-1-3 zone. Corner to Nielsen, now corner to Dieterle. Dieterle's three-point attempt will be long. Rebound by Nielsen, though. She finds Critchley out on the wing, and Critchley's going to dribble it back up and get the offense reset now. And so 10 seconds left in this one. Dieterle, and they're going to get her with the travel. 7.3 is what the Cougars will have to work with here, as I'm guessing they will get the last shot attempt of this first half. But it looks like Critchley's not going to make it easy as they continue to guard full court. Wolschwager with the ball. Picked up by Dumas, and Dumas there strips it, and Nielsen unable to get that one off. It would have been off the backboard. But the Vikings carry a 4-point lead here going into the fourth quarter from Valley City. And we are going to take a short break, and we will be back. Welcome back to W.E. Osmond Fieldhouse as we are just about ready to get the fourth quarter started here. 10 minutes are up on the clock. Both teams break their huddles, and we are in for a good one. The score is 49-45 in favor of the VCSU Vikings, but the Cougars have clawed their way back into this one, and things are starting to get tight here. Dieterle will inbound to Critchley. Critchley now on the wing. Looking to drive, kicks over to the corner, Emma Nielsen. Nielsen gonna go to Dieterle. Dieterle's mid-range jump shot, no good. Rebound by Dumas, and Dumas that shot will be blocked out of bounds, but it will be VCSU basketball. So now Critchley looking to inbound on the baseline. She's looking ahead, finds Dieterle out on the corner. Now up top to Deemer. Deemer's pass going to be tipped and stolen by Mortensen. Wolschwager finds Quate. Quate now dribbles over to the wing. Finds Van Kemp at the top of the key. Down low to Mortensen. Mortensen's layup no good. Rebound by Nielsen. And Nielsen able to come away with that one. Now out on the wing, up to the top of the key. Critchley dribbles in. Now finds Deemer. Deemer driving baseline. Mid-range jump shot, no good. Dumas with the rebound. She's going to dribble this one out and kind of reset the offense. Over to Critchley. Critchley, a little dribble drive, kicks it out. Deemer's three-point attempt is no good. And we're going to get a jump ball with Sundrall. And Dieterle and Dumas were all scrambling for the ball on the floor there, and this will stay Viking basketball as Critchley will inbound from underneath the hoop. And now the officials discussing here. They're going to reset the shot clock to 30 seconds. Critchley will inbound. It goes to Dieterle. Dieterle's three-point attempt is up and off the back side of that rib. Rebound by Dumas, though. She's trying to pivot through, kicks it out, and they're going to get her with travel. So now Van Kampen will inbound. She finds Wolfshager, picked up right away by Critchley. Critchley trying to make her work. And now really tighten it up at half court. Wolfshager looks to drive. Dumas with the block, but they're going to get her with a foul. And I believe this is her third. So good defense there as they called just a little bit of body. And I don't think Coach Johnson was a big fan of that one. She thought that was pretty clean. But regardless, Wolfshager will shoot 2 from the line. And the Cougars have gotten to the line often tonight, as this will be their 23rd and 24th attempts from the line tonight. They are 14 of 22 for 63.6% coming into these 2 attempts. And the second one is good from Wolfshager. And now Critchley brings the ball up, 3-point lead for the Vikings. Over and now to the wing, Katie Johnson. Dribbles up top, bounce pass to Critchley. Critchley high post to Dumas. Dumas now looking to go down low, and they're going to call a shooting foul on Van Kampen. And Dumas will get 2 attempts now from the line. So Meredith Dumas is going to get her free throw attempts. Her first one is up and good, increasing the Viking lead now to 50 to 46. And the second one no good, but Emma Nielsen able to get the rebound and give the Vikings the ball back. And now they're going to get body here on Mallory Anderson. So Nielsen will inbound. Back now out the wing is Nielsen. Critchley up at the top of the key. She's going to get it to Johnson. Critchley's three-point attempt no good. This one's going to be tipped out of bounds by Van Kampen. It will be Viking basketball now. So now Critchley on the baseline. Vikings running their out-of-bounds play. And she had Dumas open, but this one she could not corral. It's going to be a turnover for the Vikings. Wolfshager pushing the ball up the court. She's going to go to the corner to Sundahl. She will shoot that one, and that one is no good. We've seen Sundahl with quite a few three-point attempts tonight for the Cougars. And she likes it from that range. She likes to shoot. Critchley now bringing the ball up after the missed shot. And Dieterle's mid-range jumper no good. Rebound by Van Kampen. She will bring the ball up for the Cougars. She loses control of this one. Picks this one up, finds her point guard Wolfshager. And 7:26 here now and ticking down. The Cougars looking. Over to Anderson. Now to Sundahl, guarded by Katie Johnson. She's looking to drive here. Going to get into the paint, and her layup is up and good. And that makes it a 2-point game as things are starting to get close here down the stretch for the Vikings. As now Critchley with the ball. She finds Dieterle. Dieterle loses her dribble, and it's going to be stolen. Now Quate, fast break attempt here, guarded by Critchley. And this one's going to go off of the Vikings, and a new group checking in for the Cougars. I see Tariq Brownotter coming in, as well as Reese Wassink. So 2-point ball game here. And Diemert didn't make it in time to check in. Haley Roberts checks in for Critchley. Madison Wilhelmi as well. Roberts going to drive baseline here. She's going to go up and, just off the front of the rim. Rebound by Sundahl. Sundahl going to bring this up for the Cougars. Now up top of the key, guarded by Katie Johnson closely. Wilhelmi now pressing Tariq Brownotter. right up on her. Great defense there. She picks up her dribble out to Sundral. Sundral's going to shoot that one, and it is up and good. And now the Cougars take a 51-50 lead here with 6:12 remaining in this one. So looking ahead now, the Valley City Viking football team is at home this weekend. It is senior day this Saturday, November 5th. Tailgating begins at 11 a.m. and kickoff against Presentation College is at 1 p.m. from Locken Stadium. And VCSU Athletics would like to thank the Century Club for its continued support and financial contributions that go directly to our student athletes. To join, talk to a Century Club member or call 845-7161. With the student-faculty ratio of just 13-1, students at Valley City State get personal attention from professors who believe in your potential. Explore one of our hands-on programs such as Fisheries and Wildlife Science at vcsu.edu. And both teams breaking huddles here after the timeout. And we're in for a good one here. Down the stretch, the Cougars have now clawed back in and taken a 1-point lead over the Vikings. And Wilhelmy will bring the ball up for Valley City. Passes Deemer. Deemer's drive is up. Layup no good. And this one is going to go off of the Cougars. Valley City will stay in possession. Wilhelmy will inbound for the Vikings. And this one's going to be tipped and grabbed by Sundral. Sundral now brings the ball up. You know she has shot a lot from the three-point line, and she's kind of been hot from the three tonight. Over to Grace Olson. Now Tariq Brownotter for three off the back of the rim. Rebound by Roberts. Great rebound there. And she will bring the ball up for Valley City. Looking ahead to pass. No, she's going to take it herself. And this one's going to be turned over. Grace Olson with the steal. And kicks over to Sundral. Got to play up on her right away. She has liked to shoot that shot tonight. Brownotter over to Anderson. Back to Sundral. Down low. Brownotter, her shot is no good, but this one from Anderson will go. And the Cougars now lead by 3. Meredith Dumas coming now to the scorer's table to check in, and Wilhelmy will be fouled on this one. She's going to get 2 attempts from the line. That foul on Tariq Brownotter, her second of the night. Wilhelmy's first attempt from the line. Rattles around the rim. Now her second is up and good. Wilhelmy picks up Brownotter right away. Now pressing, still with the full court press. She's going to find down low. That one's going to go off Mallory Anderson's hand, and it's going to be Viking basketball here. So now the Vikings back on offense. Torres back into the game, as well as Dumas. And this one's going to be lost. Brownotter with the steal. She's going to push the ball ahead for the Cougars. Over now to the wing, Mallory Anderson. Top of the key, Grace Olson. She finds Quate in the corner. Quate's three is good. No, they're going to call that one a 2. So the Cougars now lead by 4, 55-51 here with 4:22 and ticking down left in the fourth. In the corner, Deemert. Deemert looking, she's going to get it back up top to Torres. Torres. Deemert going to go baseline here in the paint. She's going to be fouled. 2 shots coming from the free throw line. And these are big ones as the Vikings really need Deemert to convert here. And so now in this one, The Vikings 7 to 10 from the line tonight. The Cougars 15 to 24. So getting to the line 14 times more than the Vikings. And Diemert makes it 8 of 11 now, as her first one is good. They trail by 3 now. Her second one from the line is good. And the Vikings now trail by 2. Inbounds pass will go to Grace Olson. Now back to Van Kempen. And this one's going to go out of bounds. Quate will inbound. And it looks like Sundrall and Wolschlager will check in for Brown, Otter, and Olson. So Wolschlager with the ball, top of the key. Van Kempen now, high post, going to swing over to the wing. Wolschlager, that one tipped by Roberts, but Sundrall able to corral it. And now jump ball, and this one is going to be, I believe it is Cougar basketball. And great defense by Meredith Dumas, but they're going to get her with the foul there. That is her 4th. So she's got, that is her last foul to give per se, as the next one she will be fouled out, so she's got to be careful here. A little bit of foul trouble. This one and go to Wilkinson, finding Wolschlager. Wolschlager looking to drive now. Now she's going to dribble back out, find Sundrall. Sundrall looking to get the offense started here for the Cougars, guarded by Roberts. And her drive, she's going to lose it on the way up, and it's going to be Viking basketball. So that one will go off Sundrall, and the Vikings get the ball back. Dieterle checks in for Dumas. Wilhelmy will bring the ball up. The Vikings trail by 2 with 3:30 left in this one. And Wilhelmy makes a move. Pass over to the corner to Roberts, avoiding the double team up top to Torres. Torres, dribble drive. Oh, just off the front of the rim. Dieterle's, no, rebounded by Quate. Quate brings the ball up, and she's way ahead of the rest of her team. Now guarded by Diemert. Quate swings over to Wolschlager. She passes, finds Anderson. Now Sundrall. Good defense there by Roberts, as now Wolschlager looking here, looking to drive. No, it's going to be a three-point attempt, and it is off the back of the rim, rebounded by Wilhelmy. Wilhelmy's going to push this one ahead here for the Vikings to the corner. Got Diemert. Diemert wide open layup. It's good, and this one's all tied up. With 2:30 to go, Diemert ties it up. So now Wolschlager will bring the ball up in a completely new ball game. And this one's going to go out of bounds. It will stay Cougar basketball, though. Nielsen checks in for Roberts, and we are getting down to it here. Inbound from Sundrall goes to Wolschlager. Wilhelmy playing close defense there. That one almost stolen. Quate's mid-range jumper, though, no good. Rebound by Mallory Anderson. And no travel call there. She is able to get it out to Wolschlager. Wolschlager dribbling. Dribble drive now. Kicks it out Van Kempen. Van Kempen's going to drive, no, kicks it. In the paint, mid-range jumper, and that one banks in for Wolschlager. And that is Wolschlager's 5th point of the night. This one's going to be stolen by the Cougars. And foul called now on Emma Nielsen. That is the Vikings' 4th of this quarter. So now Critchley checks in for Wilhelmy. And Quate going to inbound to Sundrall here. Sundrall goes behind the back. Critchley picks her up right away. She goes to the corner. Deemert now on Anderson. It's going to be, that's a charge. Allie Critchley takes a charge, and the Vikings get the basketball back. And Coach Tim Grove did not like that one. I think he wanted to push on Deemert, but instead, Critchley gets the charge call. Great job there by Allie Critchley to take the charge, and the Vikings get the basketball back down 2. 1:30 to go. Critchley spins away from Coate. She's going to find Torres. Torres, great pump fake back to Critchley. Now Torres for 3, rolls around the rim, rebound by the Vikings though. Deemert with the rebound, she's gonna dribble out, reset. Emma Nielsen for 3, and that one's no good. And now it is going to stay. And that foul is called on Emma Nielsen, her fourth personal foul. And the Cougars get the ball back. And it's stolen by Allie Critchley, and it's good! Allie Critchley's layup is good, and she ties this one up after a great hustle play there. Sundrell's pass to Wolfswager. Deemert's going to pick her up. Down low, Mallory Anderson. I believe this is off the Cougars. It is Viking basketball, and they've got a chance to take the lead with 52.8 seconds left on the clock here. And all of the momentum is going towards the Vikings. So timeout called by Morris, trying to get everything set here as we are getting down to it. Tied up 57-57 with 52.8 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. So we would like to remind you, at Valley City State University, we have majors specific to you. Choose from more than 65 academic programs designed to teach you the skills needed to be successful in your career. Learn more at vcsu.edu. Had to take a second there to catch my breath a little bit as a lot has happened here in the last 2 minutes of this one, and we are far from over now. The Vikings will inbound. Deemer will look to inbound. She's going to find Torres. Still in their zone are the Cougars. Critchley up top now. Torres, that's a great screen. Frees Critchley. Critchley to the corner. Emma Nielsen for 3 off the front of the rim. And this one's going to be rebounded by the Cougars. And they're going to get Taryn Dieterle with the foul there. And that one is her first foul of the game. And now in the bonus, Mallory Anderson will shoot the bonus shot, or the foul. And her first one is good, giving the Cougars a lead now with 39.2 remaining in this one. They lead 58-57. But her second one is no good, and we are going to get a timeout from Vanessa Johnson. And the Vikings are going to talk about this one. They now trail by 1, 37.9, so they will have to give the ball back to the Cougars. And so trailing by 1 here, you really want to have a good possession. I'm sure that's what they're talking about. They're probably drawing up the best play that they got. Getting ready now, coming out of the timeout. This is just a quick 30-second timeout. So 37.9 on the clock. The Vikings will have the ball. Both teams in bonus. Nielsen will inbound for the Vikings. She finds Critchley. Critchley now dribbling around, screen set by Torres. Man-to-man defense now, switch from the zone. Diemert now on the wing, finds Dieterle down low, and she's got Torres wide open. Torres' layup is in, and the Vikings now lead 59-58. Now Sundahl with the ball, out on the wing. She's going to drive in on Nielsen. She's going to kick this out to Wolschlager. Wolschlager, deep three, no good. 10 seconds on the clock, and this one is going to go out of bounds. Cougar basketball with 7.6 left in this one. So now, right now, you got your best baseline out of bounds play as Sundahl will inbound for the Cougars. It's intercepted by Critchley, and they are going to get a foul. I believe that one is on number 25, Jay Quate. But the Vikings have the basketball with 6.1, and they are in the bonus. So I would assume obvious foul situation for the Cougars as they trail by 1. No, it will be a 1-on-1, or bonus, so she'll get 2. So Critchley now from the free throw line. Some big free throws here down the stretch. And her first one is good, so that gives the Vikings a 2-point lead here with 6.1 remaining. And Coach Vanessa Johnson sending her defense back. Do not want to give up a 3-point attempt here. It won't matter though. They're going to need 4 to win it, 3 to tie it. And we're going to get a timeout now from Tim Grove as the Vikings now lead 61-58 in this tightly contested game. 6.1 remaining on the clock. What a game as we are down to it. The Cougars are going to get 1 attempt, but Allie Critchley coming up with a big steal there and drawing the foul. Then she converts on both free throws. So down the stretch, also a great pass by Taryn Dieterle to find Adriana Torres across the paint, and that gave the Vikings the lead. So the Vikings tonight are 11 of 14, shooting 78.6%. And you got to think, so far tonight, Minnesota Morris is 2 of 11, shooting 18% from the line. But I believe both of their threes have came from Jaden Sundahl. They have. She's 2 for 5 from three-point land. So you got to think that this shot tonight is going to come from Jaden Sundahl. As, I mean, everybody else, Haley Wolschlager's attempted 2, Grace Olson's attempted 2 from three-point land. Reese Wassing's attempted 1. So you got to think this one's going to Sundahl. And no, instead it's going to go to Anderson. She shoots it long. Rebound by Dieterle. And the Vikings are going to win this one by 3 and improve to 3-0 on the young season. So we are going to take a short break here. Let me catch my breath a little bit. And we're going to come back with a short post game and then get you ready for the men's game tonight. Welcome back. What a finish here from W.E. Osmond Fieldhouse. The Valley City State University Vikings defeat the University of Minnesota Morris Cougars 61-58 in an absolute thriller. Minnesota Morris clawed their way back into that one and eventually had the lead as they trailed at the half 37-31. But your leading scorer tonight for the Viking, you got 2 of them. Adriana Torres, she had 13 with 7 rebounds and 1 assist. And Taryn Dieterle, she had 13 with 9 rebounds and 2 assists. Ashlyn Beamert also added 11 with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Meredith Dumas added 10 with 9 rebounds. And Allie Critchley came up big with a late steal and converted on the layup attempt. She had 4 on the night, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. And the leader for the Minnesota Morris Cougars was Jay Quate. She had 15 points. Jaden Sunderall had 13, and Mallory Anderson had 10. And all of those girls had 5 rebounds and no assists. So we're going to get set to go here for the men's game as both teams are out warming up. But that's all we got. We'll be back shortly with Viking basketball.